Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and today we are turning into Miss Dehya herself. If you are new here, I am Exotica. If you are returning, welcome back, and let's cosplay through life with me. And as for all the products I'll be using today, I have the Sam Sugar lip set. I have two palettes from Juvia's Place. One is the Festival and the other one is the Honey Goldens palette. And then I'll be giving the e.l.f. highlighting setting powder a shot for the first time. And if you absolutely love content like this, make sure you like this video and subscribe for more, and make sure you comment down below what's your favorite character and who's your main, as I will have a nice little Genshin Impact lineup myself that I will be posting, so make sure you stay tuned for more Genshin Impact content. First, to start off, I'm concealing. I have two concealers. One is from Fenty Beauty and that one is pretty much my shade, and I have another concealer that is by e.l.f. and it's going to be a little lighter because I want to highlight under my eyes. I want to highlight my nose to like kind of naturally contour, and then I also want to highlight the bridge of my forehead and under my chin. And now that everything is blended out nicely, I'm going to go ahead and start on my eyes. And I'm going to start off with the Honey Goldens palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm going to use that like brown color. And I'm purposefully using that color, even though it's going to blend in with me, but it do kind of add kind of like a neutral background for when I do start to use like this ombre, because with Dehya, she has this like fiery, smoky look, and that's kind of what I want to go for. So I'm using that brown tone underneath everything before I actually start to go in with the golden shade that is in that same palette. And I'm going to use that shade in my inner corner and just at like the inner corners of my eyelid. I'm not going to blend it out yet. I'm just going to pack it in right there. And I also forgot to use primer. So sometimes I am getting the excess eyeshadow off the brush and sometimes I'm not, because I'm trying to make sure that it like actually stick and becomes visible on me. And next, after I use that golden color, I was really undecided on what I wanted to do because I wasn't sure if I wanted to just jump in with the red, but I decided to go in with the orange color of the Festivals palette by Juvia's Place. And I ended up going with this decision because to go from that gold and to go into red, it just made the most sense for at least the best ombre color transition to add a orangey color in between both of that, so that way it will beautifully blend out, which it did later on and we will see soon. After I use that orangey color, I go in with the red on the outer corner, and I'm really going into like this like pointed shape on my eyes. So I'm kind of bringing that red color and I'm like bringing it out to like the corner of my eye, like right below where the end of my eyebrows are. And I am kind of taking that color and I'm like blending it in a little bit to the orange. And then I'm also going to take that red color and I'm going to take it to my under eye as well. I was like really curious to see how it was going to look. I didn't really have a particular reason as to why I put it on my under eye. But I did think that it added a nice little touch to the look that I was going for with Dehya. And after I do it with my under eye, I just make sure I continue with that like pointed shape that I was going for, because as a lion, as a cat of any kind, really, when you're doing like eye makeup, you always want that like that fierce, that sultry, that like dark and focused look, you know, that like cat look. And all of that is like pointed and it's smooth too as well. And after I do all of that, I used the highlighter color that's in that Festivals palette as well, and I went to highlight my nose, the tip of my nose, and also my nose bridge. I did not realize how potent that highlighter was, so that took me aback, but thank goodness, like, you know, just with a little bit of like blending, it actually turned out really, really nice. And here, when I start my eyeliner, I went in with the eyeliner pencil and I did my waterline. Again, with that like cat look, you know, you want it to be like sleek and sultry. And I really do feel like with any like pointed look, if you do your waterline and do your inner quarter, it really brings that look together when it comes to like making sure it's like, I don't know, that like that fierce look. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I love it. So after I do my waterline, I went in with liquid eyeliner and I did my normal wing. And when I do with the normal wing, like I take it and kind of like point it out instead of point it up from my eye. And of course, when I go to finish doing the eyeliner across the upper lid, I end up putting the eyeliner like in the middle of my eyeshadow. And it was just like a what the fuck moment. And yeah, you know it. And just so that you can see the extra disbelief, I'm just gonna run that back for you. I'm gonna show you up close and personal. But luckily I just grabbed some Q-tips and I was able to like clean it up real nice. And of course, after I cleaned that up, I went to do the other eye because I was just done with my first eye. And of course, before I even got to put the eyeliner on everything, I put it on my face. Before I even put it on anything, I put it on my face. So that just showed how over it I was. But like I said, when I finished my right eye and did my left eye, I'm pretty much going with the same method. Like with me, when I do my eyeliner, I look and see where I started it on my first eye, and then I try to do the same thing on my second eye, so that way I kind of get the same shape and outcome. But you know, you can only get them so identical. And in that attempt to clean it up and everything, in that attempt to do the second wing, there's just like some little pieces that needed to be cleaned up. And again, I used the Q-tip to just shape it a little bit and get it to where I desired it to be. And in the midst of that, because I put that red eyeshadow underneath when I was cleaning up my eyeliner, I took off some of the eyeshadow. So here I am just like making sure I clean up the eyeshadow that I took off, as well as some of the base and the color that I took off on my eyelid the first time when I had put the eyeliner in the middle of my eyelid. And here I am just going ahead and redoing that red on my under eye. And once I'm done with that, for whatever reason, my first eye, the red was not shaping how I wanted it to, so I tried to clean it up a little bit with the Q-tip as well. And here I am finally doing the inner corners of my eye with the liquid eyeliner to finish off and make sure I get that desired cat eye look. And I don't know about y'all, but for years, when I say years, I have been struggling with this inner eye point. Like, I don't know what to fully call it, but I just call it like the inner corner point. And I've like literally never been able to pull it off. And for the first time, I was actually able to do it right. And I was like trying to play it cool in this video, but on the inside, I was just like, dude, I really just pulled this off, and the timing couldn't be more perfect for me to get this right. And I just put a little bit of setting spray on here. And here goes the setting powder. Like I said in the beginning, this is my very first time using setting powder, and I was just like really curious to see like how it will help my makeup look. My face is kind of oily normally around like my cheeks, my nose, my forehead, and my chin, so that's where I wanted to use it. Yeah, and I was not expecting how it was looking. Like I did not expect it to look like that. Like, I've seen people use it, so I knew kind of what to expect, but I just didn't think it would look like that on me. So yeah, I was kind of taken aback, and at this point I was panicking. I was really like, I know I didn't just mess up my whole face. Y'all, I was packing this to save my life. I was packing for my life right here. And you know what? When I was done, I looked like I seen a fucking ghost. Like, I looked like I was draining of color. I don't know. I feel like it still was okay, but I can see how it made my face like a little pale, kind of, or just like powdery. But it didn't like ruin the look really, because after a while, like it wasn't noticeable. At least for me, after a while it wasn't noticeable. And here I am getting ready to do my lip look, and I was really undecided, so I'm in that Sam Sugar lip kit. And there were 3 shades that I was really debating on. The first shade was kind of on the darker side. The second shade, I was like, that one looks best with the outfit, but the third shade looks best for my skin color. Like darker reds, berries, and all that stuff, like wine colors. It looks good on me, but because she's like a fire person, and with the outfit being such a bright red, I went ahead and did the brighter color, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, and after I did my lips, I just threw on my wig, and I hope to see you guys soon.